Today we are in King of Prussia, and if you're a first-time home buyer, an investor, or even someone looking to downsize and stay in an area that is super convenient to everything that you need, this is not going to be a video that you want to miss. I just filmed this house here. It was built in 1950. It is well under the average price point for the area. There's a couple reasons why, and we're going to talk about that later in the video, but it's got 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom. It's completely updated and renovated. They did all of the major systems, the roof, the HVAC, the plumbing, everything is ready to rock and roll. And like I said, you're gonna be well under the average price point. This house is actively on the market, and there are some reasons why that is so. We're gonna talk about that later in the video. If this is something that sounds interesting to you, you're not gonna wanna miss it. Let's get into this video. Hey, to anyone who is new to the channel, my name is Zach Neild, and I tell you everything that you need to know about living in and around the Philadelphia area. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and that little bell icon so that you don't miss future videos just like this. This is going to be a first-time homebuyer's dream, and we're going to break it down. We're going to show you all of the real hidden costs behind this, the real truth on why this home is still available. I've lived in this area for my entire life, and I've been a licensed real estate professional for the last 4 years now. In that time, I've had the opportunity to help countless buyers in probably similar situations to what you're in right now end up making that move to this amazing state. So I wanted to make this channel so that you guys can know everything that you need to know when you are making that move. And you can reach out to me using my information right here, text, call, email, whether you're moving tomorrow or a year from tomorrow. Would love to build that relationship, would love to be that resource, and just have you guys follow along here. My grandfather actually owned a house a couple of streets down in this neighborhood, so I grew up coming here. I've seen these homes develop. There's actually one just down the street over there that's getting completely redone, so we could probably expect to be over there in a couple of months filming a video when that one hits the market, or who knows, maybe we'll get that listing on that one. But you can even see this one over here having some newer grass, right? So we've seen these homes develop over the years, and I'm just super excited to show you guys this house. I don't want to waste any more time. I'm gonna get this camera turned around. I'm gonna show you guys the front of this house here. We are on a cul-de-sac, which is gonna be super unique. If you've got kids, this is gonna be a huge plus for you. So I'm gonna turn this around, show you guys the front of the home here, and then we'll get into the video. Let's get into it. All right, so I've got this camera turned around, and this is gonna be the front of the house. So off the start, I will tell you that one of the things that a lot of buyers have said about this home already is the fact that you've got a shared driveway. So right now I'm showing you the cul-de-sac, but right here I'll show you, you do have a shared driveway when it comes to this house right here. So this is gonna be the main street, and then when you get onto the main street or from the main street, this is gonna be the driveway that is for this house right here, and it is gonna be shared with the house next door. It is gonna be more common for this neighborhood or for this street, I guess more specifically. You've got the house next door, I think another set of houses next door that got that. So it's definitely common for this street, for this neighborhood, but in general, it's not going to be too common for homes like this in King of Prussia. You know, maybe 25 to 30% of the time you find that in these neighborhoods. So that is definitely going to be one reason why this home is still available. You can probably hear, we're going to hint towards later in the video, you do have a very noisy road back there as well, so you might hear some cars, some trucks going up and down. But that is going to be part of the pricing, part of the location. As we walk up here, this home was just renovated. It was built in 1953. It's a 3-bedroom, 1-bathroom home, so definitely maybe a little bit unfunctional of a floor plan, but everything like the roof, the HVAC systems, the plumbing have all been looked at. They've all been redone if they needed to be, brought up to code. So they did do a pretty good job just in terms of the renovation on this home. You've got a pretty nice sized lot here. We're gonna show you guys towards the end of the video, this lot, but we're gonna walk back there. This is the backyard, so you do get the side yard. You can put a fence there across, fence it in for kids, for dogs, have that privacy. And then I did just wanna talk about this cul-de-sac again. You do have this cul-de-sac down here. You put the basketball hoop up right. They've got play, with cones, chalk, whatever it is, scooters, but you do have this very nice cul-de-sac that is going to be unique, right? Not every house in this neighborhood is going to have that. So that is a view that this house does provide. Then you can see this brick over here. So this is going to be fairly common. If anyone is not from this area and you see this and you're concerned, this is just going to be old brick. So you've got to clean it. You've got to get it scrubbed off. Even some of these crackings, right, where you just either caulk it and reseal, they're not big enough to put a coin through, so that's nothing of too concerned, at least that I wouldn't be. But of course, have an inspector, have a professional look at it. But yes, this is going to be very typical of homes like this, and I'm excited to show you guys this video. So let's get into it. I don't want to waste any more time. let's get into this house. Another note, this house is going to be literally just off of DeKalb Pike, so you're going to be minutes from shopping. And when I say minutes, you could probably throw a rock through the King of Prussia Mall. Minutes for shopping, for dining, from banks, from doctors' offices. Even if you want to go to the city, to other suburbs, Bucks County, Montgomery County, deeper into Montgomery County, Chester County, you're going to be able to do so in about 5 to 10 minutes. You got the Turnpike, 422, I-76, literally anywhere that you need to go is going to be super, super convenient. All right, so we just stepped into the house here, and if you are a first-time home buyer, somebody looking to buy into this area, if you're an investor looking to acquire more rental properties for your portfolio, or even looking to downsize, stay in this area, downsize, still be in a convenient location and affordable price range, still have some range and bedrooms and backyard space and suburban space for your grandkids, this could be a great spot as well. We're gonna turn this camera around. We're gonna show you guys everything here in this place. This is gonna be a 3-bedroom, 1-bathroom house here in King of Prussia. You're literally gonna be a minute or two from the mall, you're just off of DeKalb Pike, so everything, the Target, the Starbucks, the Chick-fil-A, the mall, everything is gonna be at about no more than 5 to 10 minutes away. This home was recently renovated in the last couple of years. It's asking under $400,000. It's just over 1,000 square feet, originally built in 1953. So you might see some older characteristics in terms of, the floor plan or the number of bathrooms or even just like little windowsill things like this. But overall, the bigger systems in this home are gonna be updated. They're gonna be renovated and ready for that next buyer to take over. Let's give you a pan from right here. So this is gonna be the front door when you first walk into the home here. You do have a closet, put your coats, jackets, boots for the winter time. It's about fall time here right now, so definitely putting those jackets, those boots on. I think it's gonna rain here later today, so hopefully it can hold out for the rest of this video. But really good size living room right here. Throw the TV up, the couch, the kids will play here. It is really open to the kitchen as well, so we'll go check out the kitchen actually before we check out these bedrooms, and you'll see how well it blends into the kitchen. So as we walk through here, you can just tell if you do have a couch here, you have a TV here, you're hanging out in this area, it's still fairly open to get into this kitchen. You can have a conversation. You can even be in the kitchen and probably keep an eye on, say, the kids or the dogs out here in this area. But we'll save this for later in the video. Just wanted to show you guys how it compared over here. We're gonna jump over to this wing of the house. It's gonna be where the bedrooms are. So we'll show you the bedrooms first, and then we'll jump into the kitchen and the back of the house. Hey, just wanted to take a minute and pause the video this far. Curious what you guys are thinking of this house. Still have yet to show you the kitchen, more of the kitchen in detail, and these bedrooms back here. Curious what you think of the renovation, the outdoor exterior of it, the front yard, the shared driveway. The location is ideal. We've already shown you some of the B-roll, some of the footage of just outside the neighborhood. You're gonna be off the DeKalb Pike, right by the mall, right by the Target, the Starbucks, the Chick-fil-A. Literally everything that you need is gonna be 5 to 10 minutes, and that includes commute times to other highways, to other suburbs, to other towns. You're gonna be in a very, very desirable area. And for under 400,000, honestly for under 500,000, a place like this that's turnkey, that's ready to rock and roll, it's gonna be very, very unheard of. When we walk more towards the end of this video, I'll tell you why this home is priced the way it is. It did have a recent price reduction. So there are some reasons because of the area, because of the location, that have it priced a little bit lower. So I'll explain that later in the video. But right now, let's get this turned around. We're gonna go check out these bedrooms, and I'm gonna get your guys' thoughts. All right, heading back here to check out these bedrooms. This is another piece of character that I had mentioned at the start of the video that they just have still kept, kind of those built-in wall cutouts. So just another piece of cool history and character that they've still left. This is attic access as well, so we're not gonna go up there. We were actually up there. I was here a couple of days ago for an open house, and we went up there and checked it out. And very tight, very hot, so very dirty. Don't need to check that out. But this is going to be bedroom number 1. You're not going to have a legitimate primary, which is going to be one of the reasons for the pricing of this. Like I told you at the start of the video, the floor plan of this age of the floor plan, you didn't typically have standard or assigned primary bedrooms with a bathroom attached. So this home is not going to have that. So that's definitely going to be one reason why this home is priced the way it is, under $400,000. Got to make up for the fact that it does not have a standard primary bedroom. This is a good size room. All the flooring is the same. It could probably be repainted again. but everything looks super clean. Gonna be at the back of the house. You know, you could put a fan up there, add some lights. We'll jump across the hall here to the second bedroom. This is gonna be a little bit larger, so if you did have to make one a primary, right, for a king size bed and some more furniture, it would probably be this room. I'll back up here a little bit and give you another pan. It's gonna be the same paint, same flooring, everything's gonna be the exact same as the room we just came out of. It's just gonna be a little bit larger. You do have a closet over here on this wall, which is gonna make for a nice, you know, storage area to put all your clothes, your shoes, boxes, stuff like that. And then here is the rest of the bedroom. Really good size. You do have 2 windows, so you get a lot of natural light. This is gonna be the front of the house, and then over here is gonna be the side of the house. So you get a view, a pretty good view of both of them. I would probably say put the bed either on the wall that I'm on right now, here behind me, or this wall up here. When I walk up, you can see, just depending on the size of the bed, the other furniture you have, it could probably go either way. Over here, where it might affect the window a little bit, kind of in between on this wall, between those 2 windows, or on this wall right here, where nothing's affected. You can kind of look out both of the windows and get a good view of each. All right, I've just shown you the 2 bedrooms. I'm gonna go show you guys the only bathroom. It's pretty renovated in there. Definitely, given the age of the home, the location, it's not gonna be something that you find very common in this neighborhood, in this area of homes. Not a lot of homes. I'd say maybe 60 to 70% of the homes are gonna be still not original, but not nearly as renovated as this. So we'll turn this around. I will show you guys the inside of this, and then, you know, you guys can give me your thoughts. I would say that probably about 10 to maybe about 15, 20%. I would hope under 20% of homes are not original in these neighborhoods. But it's possible that in some pockets of these neighborhoods, you find as much as 25% to 30% of homes having some original features. So it's definitely possible. A lot of these homes range in ages. So you'll have some in the 70s, you'll have some in the 50s, you'll have some that are even before then. So it'll all just depend on the neighborhood and kind of that pocket. But stepping in here, it looks like you're gonna have a granite countertop. You've got a nice newer vanity, built-in tub, and then you've got the tile all the way up to the ceiling here. And you've got that little wall niche as well, which, you know, we talk about is not something that's easy to do. So super renovated bathroom, especially for this 1950 age of home. This is not going to be something that is super common. So I mean, this is probably a $10,000 to $15,000 bathroom, not including the renovations. So you factor that into there, you're probably at a $20,000 to $25,000 bathroom. This is going to be a major upgrade for any first-time home buyers, people looking to downsize and save as much cash as possible, even investors that are looking to buy a great place with cash flow and not put a lot of money into it. This is one of the reasons why I said that this could be a good option. A lot of these major features, the immediate expenses in terms of renovation and then upgrades are already going to be done on this place. Step into here, this is going to be bedroom number 3. So definitely the smallest bedroom. If you didn't need to use this bedroom, it would be great as an office at the back of the house. So a lot quieter. You're gonna have 2 windows in here, so it does have the same, you know, a lot of natural light, maybe not the same, but a lot of natural light. And, you know, it's one of the smaller ones. So if you don't need a big size room, or if it's not gonna be used as a bedroom, this could be used as a great storage office area at the back of the house where ideally it's not going to be used or people aren't going to be traveling as much. And then you do have the bathroom and the closet. Bathroom is just outside that we just saw, and the closet is going to be right through that door right there. Same color paint, same flooring, everything's going to be exactly the same as the other 2 bedrooms. I'll just give you another pan of this. Pretty small size room, you know, you could capture it all in the frame. I want to show you guys the backyard, so we're going to head through there, work our way over there. I've got to show you the kitchen yet still, so let's walk back through the house and get an idea of how everything is laid out again. Bedroom 1, bedroom 2 is behind me, and then bedroom 3 is right there. And then we just come back out here into the main living area where we had started this video. All right, so now I've shown you everything essentially in this house. We still have to go through and look at this kitchen in a little bit more depth, and I want to look at the backyard because that's going to be a big reason on why this home is still available, and why this home is priced where it is. So definitely going to talk about that some more, show you guys some real world examples, just some things that we talk about in terms of external obsolescence factors that affect your value when you're trying to sell, things that you need to be aware of when you are buying, right? I made a video, biggest things to look out for when buying a home, or never buy these types of homes, right? So just different examples that we're gonna show you here in real life. I want to turn this camera around. We're gonna head back here into the kitchen. Pretty cool kitchen. I do think they did some smart ideas just in terms of the cabinetry back there. Don't know why they stopped it off there, but we'll turn it around and check it out some more. And then we've got laundry back there as well. So let me get this turned around and maybe comment so far. I know that I asked a little bit earlier in the video, but what are you guys thinking of this house so far? After looking at the bedrooms, do you guys like it anymore? Do you dislike it anymore? This is the kitchen, so a lot of people do appreciate a good kitchen. And you know, I think for what $400,000 can get you, especially in this price range, this is a very large kitchen, a very updated kitchen. This could definitely work for somebody immediately moving in. And then of course, if you want to do things to personalize it or customize it over the course of you living here, then by all means go and do that. We've got my cabinets up here to the ceiling that we know everyone knows that I like. Granite countertops, stainless steel sink, upgraded appliances, right, newer modern appliances, gas, backsplash. Pretty simple kitchen, very large. You could put a dining table over here. That's honestly maybe why they left it open, was just to put a little circular table or a little, you know, area to sit and eat. But honestly now, you know, you could bring something out here. You could eat on the couch. I don't think that's going to be a big necessity, just in terms of trying to actually buy into this area. I don't think that's something that's very important, is where you're going to eat. And then stepping through here, just the back of the kitchen, you'll have some utilities, so a little closet. This door will actually lead out back, so I'll put you on my other camera and we'll go check that out. But little hot water heater, and then you do have your washer and dryer in here. So this is just gonna be your utility room off the back of the house. It was an addition, so it wasn't attached to the original part of the house, but washer dryer is in here, and then, you know, you've got a window and your door to go out back. I'm gonna throw you guys on the other camera. We're gonna step out there and go check out the backyard. All right, we're gonna go show them the backyard now, so let's go do that. All right, so I'm in the back utility room. I'm gonna take you guys out back to show you the outdoor living space out here. This is just at the back of the house, so this is the kitchen right here. We're back here in this utility room. The washer and dryer are behind me. I'm gonna take you out here. It might be a little noisy, I hope not. I've put all the wind mufflers and everything on the microphone to hope, you know, limit this noise. But you do have the Turnpike right back there. You can see the brick walls. So it's definitely going to be noisy. You're not in any risk, right, of getting hit by a car or having cars come back here. There's a pretty big, probably about a 20-foot gap, goes down a couple of feet in between there and the wall. There's a far way between the backyard and the Turnpike. There's just very noisy. You can hear all the trucks, you can hear the cars. And this is, you know, just middle of the day on a Wednesday here. But you could just imagine, as you're in some busier times, right, rush hour traffic or holidays, whatever it is, higher commute times, it's going to be a lot louder. But this is going to be the backyard. You could fence it. So actually the fence that runs through it now, I guess this fence is part of this property, but this white privacy fence and then this gray privacy fence on my side, on my right over here, are actually not part of this properties. So this property could just use a fence over there. It'll fence in the entire backyard. It would be pretty cheap, right? You wouldn't have to worry about doing the other sides or worry about fencing anything else. But this is gonna be the backyard here. Newer roof, everything was taken care of on you know, the exterior and some of the bigger systems there. So this home is really just ready to rock and roll with that first-time home buyer. I do think that this is gonna limit even just, you know, wanting to sit back here and have a conversation or whatever it is, the purpose back here. It is pretty loud. It's consistently loud, so it's not like it's just loud for some time. But I do feel at the right price, this is gonna go to a great buyer, probably a first-time home buyer or investor, or even someone looking to downsize that is maybe not using this backyard space as much, or just some of the sacrifices, but just some of the pros outweigh the cons, just in terms of location, convenience, price, all of that. And then you do have this shed as well, that's part of this house, so that's super nice. You got some outdoor exterior extra storage space, which is super nice. Cul-de-Sac lot, which I've shown you guys at the start of the video here. All right, well, that's gonna be the end of the video. Thank you guys again for sticking around till the end. You'll have to let me know down in the comments if you guys are moving to King of Prussia, Conshohocken, anywhere in between. Is this an area, is this a home that you guys would consider? This is gonna be a very, very rare opportunity to buy a single family house for, you know, under $400,000, under $500,000. That is completely updated. They did the roof, they did major systems, the HVAC, the heating, the plumbing. They've done the kitchen, the bathrooms. Some of the biggest cons to this house are going to be the one bathroom. That's not going to be that's definitely something that's not going to be super ideal. The backyard is definitely going to be another reason that this home is still available and having some price reductions, not getting the activity that it thought. It is a little bit noisy back there. You do have the Turnpike, but if that's something that's not important to you, if you can overcome that, buying and living in this area and having time in the market is going to be more important than that, then I think this home is going to continue to appreciate. We've seen it time and time again. It's really just being aware of that, knowing that, hey, other homes might sell for a bit more in this immediate area for a little bit more of a premium compared to this, but in general, this home is going to appreciate and it's going to do what it needs to do. If you want to talk about other homes like this, if you want to talk about other reasons maybe that you're looking at online is still sitting, happy to take a look at it, happy to address it. I can even hear it from the inside a little bit, so it's definitely loud. It's definitely something that you would have to live with, but it is a reason why this home is priced where it is for a buyer that's looking to get into this area. So honestly, maybe even have more negotiation. Just because it's asking what it's asking now, it doesn't mean that they won't accept less. So that's where you need to hire a great professional like myself. I'll throw my information up here on the screen. If you want to talk about a home like this, maybe even this home in particular, if it's still available, I would love to do so. Information is up here on the screen, text, call, email, 7 days a week. Would love to connect with you.